Hello there, trick-or-treaters. Welcome to Spookorama, where we talk about spooky things all year round. Today, I'm actually uploading my New Orleans vlog. If you follow me on the Instagram, Majigger, where you go do pictures, you will have seen that in December I was down in New Orleans, and I did film some stuff. Look at that, trying to get better at this whole vlogging thing, and I did film some stuff. However, which is why you're seeing me instead of the vlog right now, I'm not very good at vlogging. We've talked about this before, and I try, guys, I try, but I'm just incompetent, and I'm learning. Learning is the word we'll use. So I'm here in my big Halloween chair to talk about, or to like fill in the gaps. Provide some continuity to the random clips you're about to witness. I was very excited to go to New Orleans. New Orleans is one of those towns I've always liked since I was a kid. I don't even know why. I don't know where it started, but like when I was really young, I thought New Orleans just sounded like such a cool town. It was so cool, and so I was very excited to get to go. So without further ado, let's just get into the vloggity bits. So our vlog starts off in our Airbnb in New Orleans. Originally there were supposed to be 4 people going on this trip, and then it just came down, and then there were 2. So it was a nice Airbnb. I really did not like it. I don't know why. It just gave me really bad vibes. You know, you just get into a place and you're like, so I wouldn't stay there again. And I mean, that's no reflection on the Airbnb. I guess it is, but I mean, it was clean. It was, you know, nicely located, good parking, but and like the living room wasn't so bad, but the bedroom, the first night I was there, I'm like, I do not want to sleep in here again. And the second night I was like, no, we really have to leave. And by the third, I'm like, no, we need to go somewhere else. I cannot spend another night in this place. And I mean, I have no evidence or information other than just my gut was not feeling it, and I shouldn't trust my gut. I don't have a reliable one, but I was not feeling it. Anyway, so that's where we start in our Airbnb, and then we'll go on to adventures. Ignore him. Here's the, ooh, it's warm if you stand right here. Here's the bedroom. That cool wood stuff. And this may or may not be haunted. It probably isn't, it's just really cute. Light her up. This is our only warmth. It's so cold in here. Frigid. So where do you want to go?
I don't know. The market?
Okay, let's go to the market. The trip so far.
It's very loud.
It is.
Lots of drunk people, lots of vomit.
Yeah.
On the streets. I feel like I'm being used. Lots of alcohol, lots of vomit. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Lots of street food.
Yeah. I kind of expected that.
But I had beer, so
it's all good. I want to get this light fixture. Look how pretty that is. I'm just saying this because how close do I have to get so you can hear me? I feel like on the vomit line, I kind of feel like this is the closest I will get to like Victorian living, where there's just like filth on the
yeah.
just this is what it was. There's no sewage, there's nothing.
not because we live in Victoria, England, but because it's New Orleans.
Because it's New Orleans. It is. I keep, like, as we walk around and I keep seeing all this gross stuff on the ground, I'm like, you know what? I keep picturing, like, the guys at Sonic who take the hose and, like, hose out all the french fries.
That's what they do I don't know about everywhere, but most places, including the city that we lived in Spain, they did that every single night.
Oh, really?
There were people whose
You'd
job
have
it was
to.
to spray the streets.
You'd have to. Yeah. Disgusting. But charming.
Huge waste of water.
Yeah.
And a great way to get yourself wet.
Right, it is our first full day here in New Orleans. We did a little bit of walking around the French Quarter last night. What a place is that? I'm not really a wild and crazy party animal, so that was unlike anything I've heretofore experienced, and don't particularly care to experience again. Plus I hate crowds, crowds freak me out. So, but a very interesting experience, and I'm glad I went. Today our plan, we don't really have a plan. We're just gonna kind of go explore, walk around, see what we can see. Maybe do a cemetery tour today. I'm not really sure. Today is 100% chance of rain and thunderstorms all day, which is awesome. But also everything we're doing involves outside, so like significant walking outside. So we might get a wee bit drenched. So we'll see how that goes, but it'll make it all nice and gray and spooky, and you know I love that shit. All right, so let's keep going. Oh, not the scream.
The plastic tarp is supposed to protect that from this.
Okay, so we're reviewing the food that we've eaten so far, and I think you had something you wanted to discuss.
The thing is, on my first try of Taco Bell breakfast, my favorite thing that I would like to say is that I had the breakfast crunch wrap, and I got the bacon one, because you can get steak, which I don't know why you would, or bacon or sausage, and I got the bacon one, and it was literally just bacon bits inside of a crunch wrap. That was the bacon part of it.
They just sprinkled
It was
in a little
literally
bit of that
bacon bits. They were little tiny bacon bits. And that's probably...
I think that sums up the Taco Bell experience quite
I think
well.
so, yeah.
I think that's a pretty solid...
They were like, how are we going to, like, cook this bacon to put in the crunch wrap? And they were like, just go to Walmart and buy bacon bits.
There you go.
It's not
You
that
can buy
hard.
those in bulk, man.
Yeah.
So there, that was breakfast. What did you think of dinner last night, since you're so keen on reviewing our food?
Mine was really good. I like catfish.
I don't like fish. I don't trust them.
I like catfish. But the fries were really good.
The fries were so good, and
That's
they gave you,
proven by
like,
the fact that you kept
eating them.
eating them even when you were not hungry anymore.
Said, God, I'm so full, I want to die. Then why are you shoving fries in your face? Because of who I am as a person.
Because they're there.
They're there. Oh my God, it's so cold.
It's wet.
It's so wet. It's a very moist day down here in Louisiana. Quite moist. Damp, some might say.
Yeah, damp even.
I don't know what to do. We could go to Mattress Direct.
Mattress Direct. Sorry, Airbnb host. We bought you a mattress.
Here, you needed some help.
That's something my parents would do.
Oh my God, it is.
They're like, we didn't like your mattress, so we bought a new one, and it won't fit in the car, so we're just gonna leave it here. Bermuda, the Caribbean, Cuba, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico, Panama Canal, or transatlantic. So basically, the Bahamas, Bermuda, Caribbean, Cuba, Hawaii, the Panama Canal.
Alaska.
That's not tropical.
I know, oh my God. Please discuss the quality of the beignets you encountered at Cafe Beignet.
It was funnel cake. But that being said,
It was delicious.
I love funnel cake, so...
That was the first beignet I've ever had. So I didn't really know what to expect, other than it was some kind of fried pastry covered in powdered sugar. But yeah, that was a funnel cake. but I liked it better than a funnel cake. Funnel cakes are too big,
Well,
and they're very inconsistent.
that, and I don't like the way that I have to pick it apart. This was just like one solid little square. that I
Yes.
could eat.
Well, and funnel cakes, because of their size, sometimes they're like gummy in the middle, which is
Yeah.
gross. And sometimes they're overdone and crunchy, which, while not exactly gross, isn't exactly what I'm looking for.
I prefer it to be gummy,
Yeah.
doughy.
So I think the beignet solves that problem.
Yeah.
So next we will try Café du Monde. But I don't know, Café Beignet was really good.
I
And
feel,
atmosphere, A+.
I feel like they're going to be literally exactly the same.
They probably are.
So the thing that makes Cafe Beignet better is that it's less crowded.
Yeah. I mean, there were still, it wasn't like empty, but
No, it was definitely hustle and bustle.
it was hustling, but there were still some tables available.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like they were like trying to kick you out to free out a table or anything.
No.
It was very casual. And that
And
very
jazzy.
much. And jazzy. I felt like that kind of really epitomized the New Orleans experience. You had the hustle and bustle out on the street. It was nice inside. There was some jazz going on. I enjoyed it.
10 out of 10.
We rate Cafe Beignet 10 out of 10.
2 thumbs up.
3 thumbs up. We should save the elusive 3 thumbs up for something truly special.
Life changing.
Like when
These
I
were delicious,
see
but not
an
life-changing.
alligator. God, where are they? I want to see one. I want to see an alligator.
I think I've already seen one. I really do.
I've seen them at the zoo.
I think I saw one in Florida.
Okay, well, nothing in Florida is actually real, and you know that. Did you see an alligator in Florida?
Why are you trying to gaslight me?
Do you know what blew my mind that I realized this morning when I was sitting here? Is that I never checked to see if that door was actually locked or if the one upstairs was actually locked. Which is totally something that paranoid me would, like, obviously make sure everything's locked and maybe put a table up against it. But I didn't.
Did you now?
No.
Oh my god, try them. That's terrifying.
It is
I think
terrifying.
That room up there is scary. What if
Yeah.
something came out of it?
solely for the trees. So one of the main things I really wanted to do in New Orleans was cemeteries. I just wanted to go hang out in cemeteries. I mean, you guys have all seen the pictures because they're the above ground cemeteries. So you've got the tombs and the mausoleums, and they're just so pretty. The cities of the dead are all over the town, and they're just gorgeous, and I really wanted to hang out in them. But there wasn't really a big plan going in. Just like, hey, meander, if that looks good, go do it. You know, there wasn't an itinerary or anything. But the cemetery tours, especially for St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, which is like the big granddaddy, the oldest cemetery there, and you now are only allowed to go in there with an official tour group. Like, you can't just go on your own. And I didn't get to do that until the last day because of scheduling conflicts. Because there weren't very many tours, and depending on which tour group you went with, so I was trying to get in, and it was just kind of a hassle. But I did get to go. But the first cemetery we went to, we just happened to find it. Day 1 was complete washout, as you saw, and day 2, we walked around the Garden District, you know, where all the pretty houses, and we went to the Coven House, and I enrolled, and I will be learning beautiful witchcraft from beautiful, beautiful witches any day now. Just waiting on that acceptance letter or something, I don't know. But we wandered across, I think it was Lafayette Cemetery No. 1. If that's not wrong, listen to what I say in the video, because I'm sure I talk about it, and I would have remembered then instead of now, several months later. But actually, a fun bit of trivia, which I did not know when I was making this video, that I learned from my tour in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, was that if you see St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 in a movie nowadays, that they don't allow filming in there. So it's actually the cemetery that you're about to see. They just changed the sign. these trees. I'm going
Ring
to.
the button.
Hello, we'd like to look inside your house. We noticed.
Let me in.
We noticed you had a harp. We were looking at the same model. How do you like it? Do you appreciate the tones it provides?
Is there a story behind this mansion?
Look at this.
Is it like
Look at that. That's amazing. No, I have no idea. I just think it's a fancy house.
Is it someone's house?
Somebody's house.
Museum? Like somebody
No.
lives there?
Somebody lives there.
And they were just like, hey, can you get the fuck out for like a couple months?
I don't know how to tell you this, but that's how filming locations work.
Okay,
Half the time they're just people's houses.
What do they get for it?
Paid?
Boatloads of money?
Yeah.
Because eminent domain does not qualify for that.
Hollywood doesn't get eminent domain.
They're coming to tow your car.
We got a runner.
We're not gonna let you get away with it twice, bitch.
Glutton for punishment is
There
ours.
she is.
She's so pretty. I'm sorry, but imagine living in a house that big.
Imagine watching the TV show and you're trying to live in a house.
Fair enough.
They're like, you're gonna have to pay me for the whole goddamn thing because I'm not moving back in.
You own it now.
You're like, hey. Please, no stuff.
Alright, here's our recap of day 2 down in New Orleans. Today we actually got to do some New Orleans themed things. It wasn't just yesterday, it was kind of, as a rain out, it's completely washed out of the day because it was pouring down rain, so we couldn't really go exploring very much. So we ended up going to the movies and to Michael's and Taco Bell and all these chains that exist in other places. It was a really fun day, but not as New Orleans as you would think a trip to New Orleans would be. However, today we went to the movies again because Star Wars in IMAX 3D. So we went to go do that. Then we went to the Garden District. Really wanted to go see some of those beautiful houses. Rode the streetcar and then proceeded to have to get off the streetcar because part of the line is closed. But that was really pretty and I felt like I was in a movie. We saw the Coven House. I enrolled. And it was fantastic. I cannot believe people actually live there. It's such a big, it's like a whole, it's like, it's too big to describe. It's massive. And when you think it's done, it keeps going. Who needs that kind of room? Finally, a place to store all of my Halloween decorations. I got to go see a cemetery. Finally, I was in a cemetery. Lafayette Cemetery, number 1. It was so beautiful. It's really great that I don't live down here because I would just stay in there all the day. I would just be in the city of the dead because it was beautiful. I love these tombs. God, I love tombs. They're so pretty. Back at the Airbnb, I'm going to eat a cupcake and watch Family Feud from the 80s because that's what popped up on Amazon, so that's what I'll watch. Tomorrow, swamps. I'm gonna see a goddamn alligator. I'm gonna make it happen. Please remember that for when I get eaten by an alligator trying to pet one. I won't pet, I just want to see, but if that's how I end up dying, please use this as irony to discuss. Thanks. So swamps, and then I'm gonna go on cemetery tour of St. Louis Cemetery number 1, because that's the oldest one in the city, and that's the big one everybody's always talking about. But they're just all so beautiful. I just love cemeteries much. Welcome to Jean Lafitte National Park and Preserve. I am on the hunt for a gator. Not actually, that would be terrible. I'm just looking.
We should have brought gator food. I told you we should have bought those raw steaks.
Oh my gosh, my camera, the lens fogged up because it's so humid. Try again. Am I gonna have to follow you around all day? It just keeps fogging up.
I just got several text messages and emails because at least 6 buildings on campus are being evacuated, and we are banned from entering them because of a gas leak.
Oh, well, that's comforting.
Please look at the man walking down this aisle and tell me if you notice him. Okay?
Okay. Ha! Surprise!
Blinded by the money.
As
This is
we
the
all-
money corner.
Ta-da! The Nodaway Plantation. Exploring, we spent the night in a very cute little room.
The what room?
A very cute? Was it not very cute?
Yes.
That's what I thought, punk. And then we had a delicious breakfast buffet, which was really, really good. And now I'm drooling over trees. Is that an accurate summary of what's happened?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
About what?
The place, is it schnazzy?
I like it.
You too.
It's very cute. Very historic.
I do love history.
I do love trees.
And there's a cemetery.
There's lots of them.
My top 3 interests. And they have Christmas decorations. Who doesn't love a good Christmas decoration? Time to wrap it all up. So, since our last entry, we ate at Cafe Du Monde, and I personally, and I think you agree, Cafe Beignet is the way to go.
Cyndi Lauper is playing.
Oh, trust me, I am well aware.
Yeah, Cafe Beignet was better. And like I said, I felt like Cafe Du Monde, the beignets were almost exactly the same, except for Cafe Du Monde, they were like crispier, like they were cooked longer, but I don't know if it was just that batch or if that's the norm.
Yeah.
But I like the beignets at Cafe Beignet better, and it was less crowded, and they were playing jazz.
Yeah. I definitely liked the beignets better, and like, I don't know if Cafe Du Mondes are always crispy,
Yeah.
but
And they were
the
good.
beignets were so light and fluffy, and the whole place was so much cleaner.
Yeah.
And less
Much easier to get
crowded,
to.
much
Yeah.
easier to get to, less people, better atmosphere. And so, if you're looking for my advice, and God help you if you are, go to Cafe Beignet and skip Cafe Du Monde. Scandalous. I mean, go if you want to go, but I would skip it if I went back. I wouldn't go back.
I'd be fine with Cafe Beignet.
What else did we do? We went on a cemetery tour. I got to go on an official cemetery tour, and that was beautiful. And I'm sure I've got footage of it somewhere in here that I'll put somewhere. And then after that, we walked around a little bit more and found Lawrence Fishburne hanging out in New Orleans. That was
I
exciting.
found him.
He said, "Excuse me, is
I
that?"
said, "Excuse me," and Lawrence Fishburne said, "Of course."
And then he came over to my aisle and said, "Please look at that man over there. Do you recognize him?"
Please look at that man in the face.
And I
And then I walked away.
That is exactly what happened. And so Lawrence Fishburne got to hear me bemoaning the fact that I can't afford Halloween decorations.
We were hoping he would give us some money.
Please, I can't afford these. Oh, here, my dear child. Go
Have
buy
some
some
money.
Halloween decorations. So that was fun. I didn't get to see an alligator at all. Still pretty mad about that. But I did get to see Lawrence Fishburne. It doesn't fill the void. I got to see a turkey and some snakes.
And the puppy. Dangerously close to the highway.
And then a dead puppy who was also dangerously close to the highway. That was sad.
He's not in danger anymore.
Don't talk to me. And now we're driving 8 million miles back home. But
To
we're-
Transylvania.
To Transylvania. Because you all think that the vampires are in New Orleans. But no, they are in Transylvania. So that's where we're going. To see bats. Because I love some bats.
Forget the bats. I love Halloween.
But apparently Lawrence Fishburne does not.
No.
He had eyes for nothing but the Christmas decorations. And I can respect that.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Don't talk to me.
I'm talking to them.
Nobody's watching this.
I am. I'm talking to myself in the future.
You're gonna watch a video that I did. I didn't think so. Don't lie to me.
I would if you sent me a link to it, but I'm not going to find it.
I would literally never do that. I make videos because I like to talk to myself, but I don't actually expect anyone to watch them.
We all know.
Okay. Just checking. Actually, Cyndi Lauper is in fact my only subscriber.
Yeah.
She supports
loves
me.
you, too.
She supports me in all that I do. Cindy and I go way back. Okay, did anything else happen? I don't think anything else happened. Alright, so that was my fun and fantastical trip to New Orleans. I really enjoyed it. I would go back. It's definitely such a strange city, which you kind of expect. Everybody was like, it's like you're going to New Orleans. Well, have fun with that. You either love New Orleans or you're like, I went once and I'll never go again. Those were the two things I heard before going to this trip. I did really like New Orleans. I would definitely go back. I couldn't live there, I don't think, but I do see why people have like homes there. That they're like, well, we don't live there full time, but we go visit. It was a really cool town and I did really like it. Great food, great music. You have to love, I mean, just the old world gothicness of all of the architecture and everything. It's very spooky, but everybody was so nice. And it was a fun trip and I would gladly go back. And I hope you enjoyed watching this trip. I know I really enjoy watching other people's travel vlogs. That's one of my favorite things to watch is other people going places. Because when I can't go, I can live vicariously through other people on YouTube. So hopefully I can help you out there, or I just wasted like 20 minutes of your day. You know, could go either way. If you would, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave me a comment down below. I like to know who's watching things and just get to know you guys. I figure if you took the time out of your day to watch my video, the least I could do is know who the heck you are. And just thank you for doing that. I really appreciate it when you guys watch things. If you want to watch more of my things, you can hit the subscribe button, which is somewhere. I'm also on Instagram if you want to follow that, which will be in the box down below. I always link that down there. As you may have noticed if you've been on my channel for a while, I'm a very inconsistent uploader, but Instagram I keep up to date in real time pretty well. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, happy trick-or-treating.
With 2 suits, 2 tokens in hand. I got your respect cause I'm the new man. Got my shovel, shoes full of sand. Check out the tag, the name's Caveman. Now, dig it up, dig it, dig it up, dig it up, dig it, dig it up, take a bad boy, make him dig 5 feet. The dirt in these shovels will give us a beat. Okay, you gotta find something never found before. If not, we'll just have to dig some more. Na 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 na.
Hamilton.
Dig it up, dinosaur. You wanna break? Knock on the ward.